Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Another day. I know I promised a video for yesterday, but we ended up getting tied up in yard work and all that home ownership junk. But today we're back in it. And I gotta tell you, I keep walking by this damn thing, and I'm still baffled. I'm impressed that it ran as quietly as it did. So, quick update for everybody. In case some of you missed out, this is a 599 6.5 short block that we are building for Chris Stratton. This is his motor. This is not the motor that came out of his truck. Just to be clear, the motor that's in his truck that he's having issues with, he still has it. We're here in Michigan. His is over in Minot, North Dakota. So two completely different engines. So we're going to pop these mains out. We're going to get this beautiful crank out the rest of the way. However, this bottom timing gear, she's on there pretty good. So what I think we're going to do is just try to pop the mains off and lift up on the crank. Maybe we can get enough slack on that timing chain and we can pop it off. Either way, I promise you, it's coming off. So let's jump back into it. We'll set you guys up and see what other kind of awesomeness we can find. Which, actually, on that note, for this, she got some marks. She's a little chewed up. None of it's... No, I lied. It's pretty much junk. That's all rubbed, tore up. So, but alright, like I said, let's pop it off. Let's see where this nightmare or dream kicks in. Should be interesting. What are you doing? Yeah, you're on the tractor. Alright, so let's cut in here. So our mains are pretty beat up. This entire... I mean, come on. Really? This thing is... She has seen significant better days. This is right here is exactly why we're starting over fresh. Hopefully you can see me now. Again, this is why we're starting over fresh. Never, especially with one of these old Detroits. I know, trust me, I know firsthand, bills, money gets in the way. It's not always there, but man, protect your investment. If you're going to put the money everywhere else, don't cut a corner. I'll be the first one to tell you, man, it will bite you in the ass every time. It'll find a way. So, Chris, so far, buddy, we're starting fresh. Completely fresh, which is what you wanted, which is good. So it's what, per our agreement. But I got some wall hangers. I got some wall hangers out of the deal. So, let's, I'll set you guys down for a second. I'm going to pop this out of here. Pop this crank out. We'll examine it just a little bit closer, see what we find. Alright, quick inspection. So let's see here. It's not too badly beat up. Come on. I mean, it's seen better days. It has definitely seen better days. Those are all expendable anyway. They're all getting replaced anyway. But the cylinders, you know, other than the garbage that's in them, you know, the little bit of dust from flipping this thing over and over, looks pretty good. That cam has seen, she's seen better days too. We'll end up sliding that out. We'll put a fresh one in there. So that's actually next on our list. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna slide that cam out. But if you look, you can still see there's some good cylinders. Actually look really good. The transition from the crosshatch to where the piston goes bottom dead center, I know it looks pretty aggressive because you can see the cross hatching there, and then it changes over there. I know it looks pretty bad, but it's actually still extremely smooth. So that's always a big bonus. So our cam doesn't actually look bad either on the journals. You can see the wear and tear. A lot of the speckles of dirt and such that you're seeing, again, it's, you know, this thing's gross. It's grimy. It's been flipped over, been sitting. But it's, I mean, it's got some wear. Again, a lot of that smudge. There we go. I guess it wasn't all that much smudge. She's a little tired. She's a little whooped on. Be alright though. We'll save it. Admiring your work? Right on. Well, that's pretty much just about going to do it today. We got the motor torn down all the way like we wanted. We have the oil pan back on it for a couple reasons. One reason being that, let's put some light on the situation here. It's gross. You know, we're going to take this thing, we're going to get it hot tanked, get it all cleaned up. But what we don't want to do, which the oil pan itself is going to get sandblasted and cleaned out that way. But what we don't want to do is we don't want this thing just full of shit when we take it to these guys and have them work on it. I found it's better to keep your relationship strong and you make a better impression when you go in there with clean parts, all prepped and ready to go. Prep is key. You know, you don't want to be remembered as a guy that, oh yeah, he brought that shit in. And number two being just the short amount of time that it's been sitting here, all that oil that's collected. So that's another reason why we put the pan back on it. We're all clean down here, got tools taken care of. I'm going to inspect these mains a little bit more. And like I said, I'm going to get that hot tanked. I'm going to see if somebody around here locally can do it for pretty cheap. I don't want to put a whole lot of money into this right now, just for the simple fact of, I don't know if it's good yet or not. You know, I've still got to inspect the cylinders and go through all that, make sure everything is still within spec. So if this thing ends up being a giant hunk of shit, I'm not, you know, there's no sense in investing money where it doesn't need to be. So, Chris, that's you. That's where we're at with it. We're just going to keep, you know, I'll keep you up to date. I'll actually be getting a hold of you here shortly. I miss your voice, by the way. But getting you up to date with what I find. You know, obviously I'm going to tell you what I find first before I put this out there. It's kind of shitty if you find out the way everybody else does. So, and another thing too, with yesterday's video, I gotta say thank you to everybody. Big thank you to everybody that tuned in for it. You know, I have 90 or 91 views. I gained 2 more subscribers, so I'm up to 27. I know it doesn't sound like a big deal, but thank you. That means a lot to me. It really does. You know, I'm not in this for the money or anything like that. I figured, you know, here's an average Joe with some pretty interesting junk. Why not? Screw it, it's fun, you know. And I'm not the only one that does this, you know. People tinker, you find something wrong with your vehicle, what do? You go to YouTube. So with that being said, before I close this out, to the people that are new, the projects are as following. We have the $599 build for Chris for his 6.5. We have the wife's first gen small block, 88 Ram D150. It is 4-wheel drive. The floor's rotted out on it, so we're tearing it all down. We're lifting the cab off, so we get that replaced. This is also the wife's. This is her 01 6-speed Ram Cummins diesel. Obviously, this thing runs like a champ. Not an issue with it. Well, that's not completely true. The only issue with it is it leaks like a sieve, so we're taking care of that. So there's Sally, and there's, well, let's be classy. Right there. And Miss Betty. Those are Mama's cars. And then this big guy, this is Ironhide. This is our Duramax swap. There's Lola, our 02 LB7. She's our 2.5 truck. And then that blue LB7 right there is actually our donor for our Duramax swap. Camera you don't need to know about. That's not important. But that's pretty much it. So for all the new people that are here, go back, take a look at my videos. Those will kind of get you caught up as to some of the stuff that we're doing. And yeah, just enjoy. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the views. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. So again, hit that like button. It really helps me out with the videos. And subscribe if you haven't already. Hopefully this is decent for you. So thanks. Take care. We'll see you on the next one. To my RC family, that's the next video that's coming out. I'm going to do stuff with the RC trucks, which... Hold on, I'm going to ramble. My channel also has RC trucks. It's the hobby side of things there. And I also have Honda ATCs. So be on the lookout for that. Thanks again. We'll see you later.